is happening with Regina Daniels? What from a fellow Gen Z? Advice Regina from a fellow Gen Z.
First of all, I don't think there is any way she's trying to convince us that her mom did not force her to that marriage. I think she's just bullshitting
Brilliant.
us. And I also think from her video, you see that she's a girl that wants to please her mom, or a girl that you see that she maybe her mom being a single mom, she has done so much for them. You can see she's trying to cover up for her. You cannot tell me that 17-year-old girl saw a 58-year-old man and fell in love with his six packs and how he was looking and how
Oh
beautiful
my
he
God.
was. That is bullshit. That is a pathetic lie. She is trying to save
Very
face for her
pathetic.
mom. She did not marry that man out of the goodness of her heart. And her mom trying to come and gaslight us that she allowed her to marry a man 58 years old as she was 17 is a lie. Because if Regina found a man that is 57-year-old as a palm wine tapper or is wretched in the village, she will not let that marriage go through.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no way she's trying to convince us that she just allowed her
Mind you,
daughter.
she said that Regina is the one giving him money, or that Regina gave him $10,000 during his election.
That is even
$50,000.
that is even very shameful to say out loud that your daughter, 17-year-old, married a 58-year-old man to be giving him money. They should hide their face in shame. That is even
Wow.
the worst thing to
Do you
say.
know, I made a video about this thing. People attacked me. I made a video to say that, I actually researched Ned's what? Ned is what, according to the internet, 1.2 billion naira. That's net worth. And he has a university, a law firm in London that is doing very well. And what else did
I
they
told
call
you
it
about it.
before? I
Um,
actually studied that. I was like, me, I'm not supporting Ned at all. But when I talk, people say, I'm not supporting Ned, but say things that are actually believable, that people can actually believe. Okay.
There
And
is
then,
no how. There is no how that man is poor. It's not even possible.
no, it's
There
not
is no
possible.
how it's poor. It's like, and you guys want to tell me that if Regina came back home at 17 and told the mom, I want to marry this man that is 58 years old and is poor, would the mother have agreed for her to marry that man?
No.
It's not possible. If that
we,
marriage
we
was not out of
know that
love,
she was in love with Somadina. How did she leave Somadina in his early 20s?
You don't have
And
money now.
it did not have. That's the thing. And I feel
And
the only
don't
thing
mind her.
for
Let
the
her be
story,
asking questions. She knows the answer to.
the
You don't have
Somadina,
only
money.
who sends Somadina with his, you are looking for money, you're talking Somadina.
the fine guy. See, let me say this. I agree. Where is Chisom CMC? Because she talked about the financial aspect. For me, I believe that Regina Daniel did not have any $50,000 anywhere. They should shut up. And if she has $50,000, there's possibility that she helped campaign for the husband, right?
Mhm.
But I've known Ned Nwoko since 2017 when I bumped into his articles, his right of act, where he sued Nigeria. You people should hear me, oh, sued Nigeria. So for somebody to get to the point of suing Nigeria, you should ask yourself, how much does he have? Go and search up Poly Club. He's not broke. I will never believe that he was broke. But if you tell me that Regina Daniel added to his fame and made him popular, yes, he was
Yes.
popular for whoever was in the law industry, right? He was popular for whoever was in crime and information. He was popular. You
Hello, can
can't
you
mention
hear me?
an
I can hear you
international
now.
Okay.
without mentioning him. Okay, I agree to that. But who gave him the popularity he needed to
Is
go
his
get
wife,
a
ex-wife.
seat? It was Regina Daniels. I will agree to
I
that.
agree.
Not to even cut you short, Ned, there was a money that France were owing Nigeria up to 3 point something billion when I was studying international relations.
Mhm.
Ned Nwokolo was the lawyer that led Nigeria to recover that money. And mind you, he didn't ask to be paid. He has that when Nigeria recovers the money, he has a percentage from it. So
You're
that,
right.
that was during
Agree.
Obasanjo regime. And when they won the case, I think 3 point something billion that they recovered from France, he took his percentage from that money. That was one of his big breakout case. He's not a small man. He's not a
Yeah.
poor man. He's not wretched. He's not taking money from Regina for campaign. And there's a video I saw online where she was thanking him for sending him $100,000. She might, from the goodness of her heart, wanted to support his campaign. Not that she gave him the money because he was poor. That's a lie. He's not a poor man, and there is
So,
no mother that will
Regina
allow his
Daniels
daughter to marry that
became
man.
more rich the moment they married Ned. I will agree
Yes.
with that. The mom
Please,
got the fame
there's
she
something I
wants,
want to say.
yeah. Go
Go
ahead.
The
ahead.
fact where Chisom mentioned that how is it possible that a 17-year-old girl was in love with a 58 or 60-year-old man? See, at the age of that, between the age of 14 to maybe 21, there's something called infatuation that children experience.
Chisholm, can what
And
against Yoku? There is no
infatuation,
way that girl
no,
is
let if
infatuated against Ned Nwoko.
it is
It's not possible.
possible. Do you
It
know
is
why
not
I said it's
possible.
possible? It has a thing to do with the
No,
mind and
it's for even
environment.
let me use myself as an
It,
example. When I
please,
was
a
growing
doctor
up,
should tell
I
us.
used to have a thing for older men, honestly. And it's not because I was
No, tell
it's
us.
not
Okay,
because I
finish.
was honestly, it's not because I was looking for money, because my
Please,
family had
can
money.
we tell High Chief not to leave the chat room? He needs to pay attention. Go on. Go on.
My family had money, not because I was looking for money, but I just like the fact that the wisdom, the experience they have, they can teach me things. Because I've always been attracted to intellect, okay? as
Doctor,
well
let me
as
tell you why
as well as
why you
bicep.
found older men attractive was because in that time, right? They painted it as per when you're younger, you marry someone way older. He is able to take care of you, and that was the narrative that was portrayed then. Now, you look at Regina's scenario and the kind of
I
environment
love this
she grew up
analysis.
in. The kind of
Wow.
environment she grew up in terms of actress trooping in left, right, center. Her mother is an actress. She's an actress.
Yes.
And then
Honestly, I used to see
the
my age
narrative they will
mates.
keep
I'm
showing
not
is
kidding you.
how
Some
older people will
I
take care of her.
I
So when
don't think
she
it's
sees an
love,
older
though.
man, she will be
I don't
It's
think
not
it's
love,
I said
oh.
infatuation or love.
infatuation. I did not say love. I said
I don't even think
infatuation.
it's infatuation. I just feel
I think
it's
it's
for
I
infatuation.
Regina
don't
and
even think
that
it's
man. I don't
infatuation.
think
I
it's
agree
even
with
infatuation.
Chisom.
I
I
think
think
But
it's
it's
guess
infatuation
what?
because
Guess
medically it is
what?
proven.
What? Regina Daniel did not move into her mother's house. She actually moved into her house. Come on now. Come on now. When I tell you that Gen Z are transactional, you don't understand. She moved into her house, not to her mother's house.
She didn't move back home.
You
She
know,
didn't
they
move back
said,
home.
you know, that there's a news that came out that she used the money that was trust fund for the children. I don't know how true it is, though, but that's what I read somewhere. She used the money that Ned was, setting the children up with, their trust fund or whatever it is, to buy that house. She was, took the money from
Wonder
the
is in
children's
that house.
account.
So
Good
that
for
means
her in that
no.
way.
she didn't have any
If the
money
mother is not well,
in her
can the children be
possession.
well?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Good
Uh,
question.
So
let me be
Fair
honest with
enough.
you. Regina found
And it's still a good
herself.
investment because they
it's
can
an
say
Regina
they have
found
the
investment.
future and
herself
give the
in a
children.
family that she should not find herself in.
No, I
And,
feel the blame should be on
and
her
I'm
mom.
telling you, the mom, I don't know, I will not leave the mom out. And I
Mm-hmm.
still want to be the mother's friend. This is the second time in a video I will say this. And my aim of being her friend is to beat her up. Like,
Lola,
technically beat her up.
somebody's beating you on the comment section. Chibite Solomon, is it Chibitex?
Hey, hi,
You are
son.
welcome, sir. You
Hi,
are
son.
welcome.
I
Good to
see
have you here, guys.
my
Please
love.
like this
So,
live. Like, hit the like button, please.
I
Please hit
totally
the
will
like
want to be
button.
this
It
woman's
helps us
friend
out.
with me and Dr. Precious is going to be friends with her. And the aim is to see if we can upgrade her brain. Her brain
No,
needs
what I think,
upgrade.
let me tell you guys my take on Regina's mom, okay? At first, I was giving her grace because I know how Gen Zs can be. I know mothers who are struggling. Their children don't listen. They say, don't go out at night. They sneak out. They say, what will you do? Especially in a country where you can't do so much. You can't beat kids. You can't lock them up. They have too much freedom. A lot of parents are suffering. A lot of parents are going through a lot. I have seen it, okay? I see parents that are going through a lot. So at first, I was having grace for the mom. Maybe she tried. Regina refused, which Regina later kind of said what I was thinking, that she said she was going to buy herself if they didn't let her marry Ned. So that's what I was thinking. I was giving the mom grace. In as much as I'm not completely saying she didn't do anything wrong. No, everybody knows she did wrong. She did so much wrong by allowing the daughter to marry Ned. We all agree with that. But I was also giving her grace. Like, we cannot buy her now. We have talked, we have insulted. Let's let her be because we don't want her to go into depression. So I was giving her grace till she came to speak after the son was put in prison.
Arrested,
When
yeah.
I saw what she said, that's when I'm like, I changed my mind. Something is wrong. No, 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 no. You can't be a mother talking like this. She was dragging Ned. She was talking about Ned somebite somewhere out of drug abuse. She was talking about how Regina gave Ned money, $10,000, which nobody believes. She was talking about how they were boosting his ego. Who do you think you are? We are calling you Odogu.
In my own
When
opinion,
I listened to her rant,
she
I
needs to
was
be
like, oh my
arrested.
God.
I wonder
Huh?
why VDM stepped in for her case. She needed to be arrested, in my own opinion. If she was sitting there, trust me, I would have done I would have given away some money in rejoice that she's sitting there instead of her son. Because trust me, which mother will go there to put her daughter at risk? And should I tell you that many of those things
You.
that she has been doing is to put that child at risk?
Risk. Thank
And at
you.
this
You
point,
see,
Regina Daniel is doing what? Breaking down. How did that woman, in God's name, give birth to a child, a talented child like Regina Daniel? I'm telling you the truth. Most times, it's not everybody that should be a mother. I always say this because if you're a mother, you will put, there are places where you have to put your children in the line that is good enough. That woman don't like older men. It was sad enough that she convinced her daughter to marry Ned Nwoko. I will not change from that narrative. And it was sad enough that look at the things going on. She had the audacity to say she was even going to bring Ned down. At what point? At what
she
point?
said that Ned was using the daughter star and he can no longer use the daughter star, that he's going to go down the same way he went up.
If,
I'm like, that's
Dr.
honestly, that's
Precious,
why
let
I
me say
started
this to
changing
you.
my
If
mind about the
Regina
mother.
Daniels' dad was the one ranting in this
That
morning,
was he was against the marriage. Imagine if
I
the wife
would
stood
not
with
be
him.
angry, Dr. Precious, if it was Regina's dad that came
We
out to
will
rant.
understand, right?
I will
We will
understand that he's
understand if it
coming from
was
a
the dad.
place of
Mm-hmm.
this is my beloved child. This is not what I wanted. But for a woman that supported all this,
She's meant
I
to zip up. Her voice
She
should
needs
not
to
have
zip
been
up.
heard.
She was even wearing white. I don't know if they're marrying her or they're marrying Regina. And she was kiki keen, even more than Regina. Honestly, when I watch her
when
rant,
Regina had her first fight with Chika Ike, I want to remind you guys something. Who showed up? Mama Regina
She
did.
was the one. True. I think
It
that's
was okay for Regina to pick fights with people that were older than her on the social media space. When she picked a fight with the Nollywood actress, what's her name again? What's her name again? On
Angela.
behalf of Mercy
Angela.
Johnson, I'd expected her mom to tell her this is not the way to act. Come out from this mess. But rather, the mom is behind, always fueling this daughter of ours. Has they want to be
But you
King
know why? Lolo, you know
Naomi.
why? Lolo, you know why? There is an angle you guys are missing. Where we come from, when a child begin to make money, Regina said it herself that she was the one bringing in the money that the mom used to train all her siblings, which there's a separate issue with that statement. So when a child is bringing money back home, some parents that are not very rooted, they don't know what to do anymore. That child can never do wrong. That child
in their
cannot
eyes.
be corrected anymore. They
That's
will not
where
trust the tune of the child. Which is why I say that you see this issue where it started is from the foundation. The foundation is broken. So how will the house stand? When I watch her rant, honestly, that's when I began to see what people were saying about the mom. I didn't see it at first. I was like, maybe this woman could be innocent, or maybe not. Let's not be dragging her. But after I
but
saw
you
her
started
talk
seeing
in
my
that rant,
analysis 2 weeks ago, right? You
I
started
was like,
seeing some
this
of
is
my
what you should
analysis.
be telling your children not to do. And when I say that, people think that I'm backing Ned. I'm not backing Ned, but I'm being realistic. We know where we come from. We know in our country, we're still praying for God to put things in order. Until then, justice is not readily served appropriately. The
Okay,
person,
should I
whoever has
ask you?
money, do
Should I ask you?
whatever they
Even
want to
when
do.
Regina
So
Daniel
in that
was not,
situation, you have to be careful. You can't just be ta 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 up and down. You have to be careful. The son that is in the prison, that everybody is saying free him, free him. Oh yes, we should free him. If he did anything wrong, take him to court. You don't lock him up. I agree with that. However, We are living in a country where things like that can happen. And now, Ned is a lawyer. He knows the caveats. He knows how to make things happen. Okay, like for example, when he wanted to lock up Regina's mom, people were like, "What did she do? What did she do?" We didn't know till VDM came and told us what she did. Guess what she did? She said she made a statement that Ned's son died abroad from drugs. Okay, that was why, according to VDM, Ned was going to arrest her. Okay. And now she was going to explain how she got that information because from what they're saying, the boy died out of heart issues. So do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Ned knows
but
what to do.
Ned never said. Ned
Ned
never
knows
said
what
if
to
the
do.
boy
He knows what to hold to do what he wants to do.
Precious. Ned never said if the boy actually took drugs or not. Let me say this: nobody will not want to defend their own children.
Sweetheart,
I
that is
believe.
not, you're missing my
I
point. You
also,
are
yeah,
missing
I
my
got
point.
your
My
point, but
point
allow
here
me.
is not whether the boy took drugs or not. My point is that when you're dealing with these men, powerful men that have these connections, and you know you don't have any, you need to do it
Uh,
with wisdom. That's all I'm saying. Whether
to an
that boy
extent,
died of drugs or
so,
not,
Dr.
we
Precious,
don't know. We don't care.
to an
We care
extent,
that he died, but we don't
even
care
if I'm
because
mad with the mom,
Ned is going to coin what he's going to coin to do
okay,
what he wants to do. Do
excuse
you
me, even
really
if
think
I'm mad,
he wants to
that
arrest
will not
Regina's
hold
mom
water in
because of
court.
what
Let me say
she
this to
said?
you, Dr.
No,
Precious.
Ned
It
wants
will
to
not
be with
hold.
the
Will
woman
though in
against her
Nigeria
mind
where
and
there's
everything.
is
Do it.
lawless,
I'm
will.
coming, Chisom. It should not hold water in court because an eye for an eye. He was the one that came publicly to say that Regina Daniel is on drugs. So if at all the son is actually on drugs, anybody that says it is not wrong. I see people, the statement he came up to tarnish Regina Daniels' image, saying that she's on drugs. I hardly see people say it was a wrong statement and pushing her to go to the rehab. Let me assume that this child is on drugs. He has no right to force her into rehab. You don't force people into rehab. She would do it willingly. Even here in the state of America, you don't force people into rehab. In the UK, you don't do the same. I believe even in Nigeria, you don't bundle people into rehab.
But
They bought people
if
into
he has
rehab.
gone before though, and if he as a husband is the power of attorney, he can make her go there.
Thank you. You see, that's why
And
She
there
said
sometimes I
he
he
don't
has
want
the
cannot
to.
force
glamour as
her.
well.
Sometimes I don't want
Whether
to
you're
talk
a
because I don't want
husband,
to
he cannot
seem
force.
like Lolo. Let me tell you
If you
something,
have
okay?
power of attorney,
When
you can force
If he
somebody
her.
has the
is
power of attorney,
compromised,
he'll
they
make her
cannot
go.
make decisions. When
Decisions.
somebody is compromised in their reasoning, they
He can't
cannot
make
make
In
decisions.
this
decisions.
case,
That's
this
why they give
child,
power of
hold on.
attorney to a family member.
In this
And
case,
yes, Lolo, when there is need, you can take somebody to rehab.
And not just to cut every not just to say something real quick.
Dr. AB, I enjoyed the program. I'm going to have to leave. Please, you guys should continue. I will watch from where I am, and if I can, I will come back. It was nice having you all today. I beg to take my leave. Thank you so much,
All right.
everyone.
Thank you so much,
All
Lolo.
right.
Yeah.
All
Thank you.
right. Mhm.
I also feel
Okay,
like the
Chisom,
reason
continue with what you're saying.
I also feel the reason why he's doing what he's doing is because he has evidence that that lady she has been in rehab because he mentioned that she has been in
Yes.
rehab in Abuja and everything. So
Mhm.
there's evidence to show that the girl is probably not stable. And the reason him being a lawyer, he's very crafty. He knows what he's doing. He's not just running his mouth.
Exactly.
He has things to back it
Exactly.
up. He has things to back it up. And I feel the reason why he's doing all this and saying like, oh, the girl is unstable because she will never have access to her kids. He will take those kids from
Yes.
her. So when they
Yes.
go to any custody case or anything, he has evidence that she's mentally unstable.
Exactly.
And
You see,
you
that's
being
what
in a
people are not understanding. People are talking out of emotions. They don't talk out of logic. It's all emotion. Oh, you can't force it. You can. This man is calculated. He knows before he came out to make that statement that she's on drugs, he already have everything ready. When there is time to bring out evidence, so I'm sure he will know what to do. When there is sense. So that's what people are not looking into. People are just following him with emotions. People like that, you have to follow them with logic and you have to follow them with wisdom
you have to
and
be
you have to
smarter.
be strategic. You have to be smarter. You have to be ahead of them. That's why I'm not of the opinion to come and talk, talk, talk. Like if I were to advise Regina, I see all these things, come to, take the private jet, come and buy a house and announce. No, you go underground. You go underground and you begin to build your strategy. You begin to build your muscle. You begin to make your connections. You begin to put things in place. And when you have gotten, you don't ever, ever, ever want your opposition to know your next move. You
I
don't.
don't I don't even think if you
And when
want to
you're
leave
ready,
someone,
you launch.
I don't even think you can leave someone like that easily. Being that we're even in Nigeria that is very lawless and people can do whatever they want to do and get away. Now you're not just married to a rich man, you are married to a powerful rich man. Not just powerful, a politician. Like
That is
Look
you
good
at
are,
that.
enough.
that's good. There's also
A,
a
a
lawyer.
politician that is a lawyer.
A lawyer. Like you can't just wake up
A
one morning
renowned
and say
lawyer,
you
not
want
any
to
lawyer.
and just say you want to leave him. It's not possible. And the route that they took, the best thing for her to do was when you leave someone like that, they don't even need to see or sense that you're about to leave them. You do
Exactly.
it.
Thank
You would have
you.
been preparing while you were in the marriage.
God bless you. That's what I'm saying. And do you know people keep attacking me? I made a video that I posted on YouTube. I don't remember what I said. Somebody actually went on my comment section and just attack, attack, attack. They don't understand that I'm trying to help Regina. I want Regina to do well. I want her to be well. I want her to be safe. But the way she's going about it, a little less than smart.
It's
A
not
little
that
less
it's
than
not
smart.
it's not smart. It's not smart at all because it's online now, and this man is someone that likes to protect image. Now he will do everything within his power
Whatever it
to
takes.
make sure that he's not on the losing side when all this is said and done. The
Mhm.
outcome now is that they will publicly come out and apologize. That's how it's going to end.
Yeah,
You understand?
she's already crying. She's already crying. She's already coming out to cry. So that thing that I've been saying from beginning is beginning to happen. And that's why I tell people like Lolo, see all those people that were pushing her, do this, where are they now? The only thing they can do is make videos or type in the comment section. That's it. All the crying, she's going to cry it alone. I keep telling people, be careful when you're listening to people that are pushing you out of emotions. Because when repercussions come, there will not be anywhere to be found.
They are
You
not with
will bear
anybody.
it alone, you
You
know?
because it's actually really sad because in a very sane country, Ned already should be arrested for being a pedophile because there's no how you should be with a 17 or 16-year-old. He's already committing a crime on his own. And for your wife to come out and label you of domestic violence with some sort of evidence, he should have been called for questioning
Yeah.
in a very correct country. He should have
Mm-hmm.
even stepped down as a senator first of all, prior investigation. This is when we're talking about a country that is working, that has a system. We're talking about
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria, which is lawless, that anybody can do anything and get away with it. The way she went about it is not the way she should have, because
Yeah.
I'm very sure that him beating her didn't start today. If he is beating her, it didn't start today.
It didn't start
According,
today.
it
It
didn't start
didn't.
today. And the man being smart, being that this is not the first time he's married to younger ladies, he knew
Mm-hmm.
he knows that things like this will spring up,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why he makes sure there's a record of her being unstable. Because if
Mm-hmm.
worse comes to worse tomorrow, he has evidence to back up his claim. Do you
I
have
believe
any
it.
evidence to back up all your claim? Because now
Exactly.
the girl is making strong accusation of rape, of being drugged, of being a lot of things. Now, does she have evidence to back up all the accusations that she's laying now? Because I'm sure that man said, you have been in rehab, you have been in rehab in Abuja, you have been in the one in Anambra State. There is evidence. People that work there obviously know that she was in rehab so time. So he has
My
evidence.
dear, you are very smart. Let me tell you something. Before Ned came out to make that announcement, eh, Ned already have all his evidence piled up, waiting for the right time. Otherwise, he won't make it.
He won't have
This
said
man
it.
is very calculated. What Regina would have done is calm down and start gathering her own evidence, start working on the ground. And then when she's ready to leave, she will sneak out. You see all this, everybody's on social media shouting that the violence is too much. She will quietly go. Then if he now comes after her, that's when he will tell that man, look, I have evidence, so this and that. And there will be dialogue behind the table. And that man is smart enough to know, okay, I might be better off to settle with this girl.
Just let her
If she
go.
has these things on me, just let her go. Thank you. And then he will keep
Hmm.
his own ego intact. Because you see
The
what
truth
is
is,
fighting now is ego.
yeah.
Ego is now at stake.
Is in
Can
play,
anybody
and
hear
he
me? I feel
wouldn't.
like I'm
His
talking
ego
to
is
myself.
bruised. Yeah,
Yes, yes,
I
we
can hear
can
you,
hear
Nani.
you. Please go on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can
Oh,
hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, we can
I
hear
was
you.
going
Let
to
me
say
see if
that.
I can.
I was going to say. I was saying that I'm wondering what people do in marriage because she should be at, if she's in close proximity to someone with.
Yeah, voice is going off and on.
We
It's
can
not
hear
stable.
you.
And we stopped hearing you. Can you try again?
Because you're dealing with a lawyer. Oh, it's not a Kanchawa lawyer, Chirewedi. He's he's a solid lawyer. So he has a lot of he would I don't even think the girl knows what she's dealing with yet with
Which
him.
brings me back to what I was saying in the beginning of the need to have a prenup before marriage. Because if she had
Mhm.
protected herself before this whole thing started,
Chief
and
from
that
one
thing that
like
they were
yeah,
saying,
she was 17 years old.
that's why nobody have
17.
business marrying before you
At that
you wait
age, you did
until
not
you're
have
30
Can
before
business.
you
Can
start
you guys
thinking of
hear me?
marriage.
I
Yes,
can
we
hear
can
you
hear you
now.
now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear
Okay,
you now.
We
better.
can hear you.
Sorry,
Mm.
I was saying that I'm not really sure what they are doing in marriage because if anything, I would expect that her being in close proximity with somebody as intelligent or as manipulative as that, she would have learnt a thing or two from him. Because obviously, you can't stand up one day and say you're leaving the marriage. You would have prepared for
Thank
it
you.
before you leave.
Ahead of
I
Thank
would
you.
have
time.
hoped that she's close to a lawyer. She would have learned something from him, and she understands the
Mhm.
legal repercussion of her walking away just like that. I mean, it's sad,
Just
but these
like
are the
that.
things.
Do you
That's
know
the
how
same thing I'm
crazy
saying.
it is?
Mhm.
Do you know how
I'm
crazy
surprised
that
because they've been with this man. They should know him, but it looks like we that are online in-laws, we know him better than they do.
and you
Because
know
I
the
don't
crazy thing
see
is that
how they didn't
the
expect him to react.
and the crazy thing is that this man has a reputation of being ruthless. That is just another thing. If you go to Delta State, people have
Yeah.
stories to tell about him, how he comes
Hmm.
in, take people's land, and arrest them for years.
Exactly.
You understand? You know who you are dealing with. How come you think your own will be different? And being that the man has no history of any of his wife just walking away. There is none of his wife that have say, okay, I'm not doing it again, and the man let them go. I heard that his first wife is still in a mental institution in UK.
Oh,
But that one
really?
wanted to leave. Yeah, the same issue that's happening to this Regina. His first wife had the same issue. They said she was into drug and she was declared unfit to take care of of her kids. She never saw them again. So that's what I'm saying. You know firsthand how this man works. Why do you think that your own
Yeah,
will be different? Because you are famous.
I
You
think
don't
people
have to
should
think that your
also
own is going
learn
to be
how to.
And you
different.
People need to learn
And
how
she
to take
has
things
even
off
used the
social media.
man. She has seen how the man dealt with her friends. Remember the case of Jaruma. Remember the case of the Nollywood star that they were fighting. All of a sudden,
Fighting.
that one began to apologize. Angelo Correa. So you
Yeah.
have seen this man in action. You have seen how he handles people. What makes you think yours will be different? So I was wondering the same thing. And if Regina too didn't know, what about the mom? The mom should know that. And I
No,
think she is close with the mom that they are
Only
doing
that mom
whatever they're
alone.
doing
That
together.
mom
no,
is not
the mom
bad.
I feel is very irresponsible. That's what I
I'm
feel.
trying
Extremely.
not to use a harsh word on somebody's
that, that,
mother.
that that's
Yes.
the best word I can put. Is very, very irresponsible because as much as she's saying, or Regina is trying to say, convince us, because she's trying to convince us and herself that she was in love with that man, which I think is rubbish, is that the father stood against this marriage 10 toes. The father was against it, say that he was literally friends with the Ned Nwoko. They lived in the same when they were growing up. The father stood against this marriage, and if the mother has some was responsible, if both of them say you're not going to marry this man, I don't think that marriage would have hold. But because the mom was in support of it, so she herself is very irresponsible. And I think what happens that they got into that place, it was not as rosy as they thought it would
They
be.
thought it
They
would
thought
be.
it would be, yes.
And
It was
also,
not
they
as rosy
should
as they
keep
thought
And
it
their,
you
would
their
wanted
be.
to
business
say
off social
something.
media. No, I was just saying they need to learn how to keep their business out of social media. Oh.
That is it. That's my conclusion. What I told them in the last video I made about them on YouTube, I said the best thing is get all these things off social media. If you're making money from content creation, understandable. If Regina comes on live now or makes a video just staring or maybe just, humming, people will still watch. She's still going to get a lot of views because she's hot topic right now. So she
Yes,
doesn't need to come and say anything about the situation or cry or talk about Ned, or if you're going to accuse him, but not on social media, because of the
it's
person we're
privacy.
dealing with. And then you had divided support. I was thinking that everybody was on Regina's side
No, it's divided.
till I saw a tweet from the brother. Wallahi, all the comments. I had to make a video. The comments were against the family. Some were saying that the gold digging family. Some said that it was a planned act. Some were even saying justice for Ned. That the whole family planned to go in there, grab the gold, save up on the gold, and Regina will make up abuse issue and run out. Some people are not even believing the abuse accusation. So when I read that, I was like, oh my God, oh my God.
Welcome to
A lot of
Nigeria.
people are against this family. So I don't even know
And
again.
I feel like
It's
most
crazy.
people are against her basically because of the fact that she was also flaunting wealth, a lot of
Yes.
it, and
Yeah.
was also talking down on some people. I think during the protest time on NSA, she was like, people
Yeah.
should go inside and all those kind of thing. So now I understand some reaction, but you can't mock people and expect them to feel pity for you in your own time of need.
Yes.
You understand? Which is
Mhm.
acceptable or understandable because you can't empathy should be given when you feel that the person you are giving it to deserve it. They don't feel she
Mhm.
deserve their empathy. You understand? Being that you mock people and say you rather cry in a Ferrari than cry in a keke.
A
You understand?
Bentley.
So
Mhm.
it's like people feel like they don't owe her any sympathy
Any empathy.
Yes.
Yeah.
at all,
Yes.
which is understandable because you can't be flaunting well and say when it's not time for us for crying, we should not come and follow you and be crying when you not even give us the money that you're enjoying before. You understand that kind of
They
thing.
actually used to share money a lot, though.
So who
Let's
that
be
she
fair.
said, "What did you collect the money, Chisom?
I
Did
did
you
not
collect?"
collect, but she used to share in her village.
And those people
Or
in our
she
village
used
will
to
feel
share.
sorry.
She used to share money in your village.
No, in her own village, not my own.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Those people should feel bad for her now, people in her village. Because that's the thing. Me, I feel I think she is the victim in all this because she was a child. I can't imagine getting married at that age at 17 to that kind of older man. What do they even talk about? Because the age gap is crazy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know what they talk. I remember just telling my
But
friend
I see
that
what Chisomi is saying, how you can be infatuated
Persuaded.
with older
at
men.
that
I think I went
age.
through a little bit period of that where, my boys my age seemed very stupid to me. They don't make sense. They don't, so I get that. I get that. But now we take an adult in your life to say, no, no, no,
To
no, no.
correct you.
Do it.
Yeah,
But
Mm-hmm.
but a
Not
situation whereby
correct
you're
you.
in an environment that's encouraging it, the infatuation will keep going, growing.
but my
Yes.
own, as much as I feel like you being attracted to older men, I don't think it's for that age. For
I don't even
for
think. I
No,
think it's
no,
more
no, not
like
net age. No,
not
no,
idolizing.
no.
it, it I'm saying that one is not infatuation again.
I think it's more
That's
like an
insanity.
idol. The person sees that
Yeah.
the person sees it
You
like an idol. I don't think it's infatuation.
I don't think it's an infatuation because if you are 17 and you are liking a man in his 30s or 35, that is
That's
reasonable.
different.
Because
Yes.
me too, when I was younger, I liked older men, but not to that kind of age. Like there's some
Yes.
part of it. But that age is grandpa age. Chisom. You cannot be
That is
infatuated with a
grandpa
man
age.
that is almost 60. You should be calling him Sam, be kneeling down and prostrating.
That's why they call him Paned now.
there,
let,
there is
let
From
me make
Senator
you
Ned
let
to
me make you
Paned.
guys let me make you guys laugh. Let me write something that somebody just wrote in comment section. He said in Nigeria, then 17-year-old child has not finished secondary school. She married too young. At such age, she was so young that she may not understand what marriage is. How much more of securing it? Okay, sorry. I thought she was saying that it is okay because she's
no.
finished
Okay,
secondary
I
school.
think this person was
Okay, this
referring to
person
when
is
I
with
said
us.
that's why prenup is important. So
She
But
was
she's
meant to
some
be writing.
prenup at 17. What does she have that she's
that's why I
securing?
said nobody don't. She doesn't have business getting married at that age. Even
No,
below
but
You don't
35,
have
you
to
don't
have
have
anything
business
to
getting
sign a
married.
prenup.
then again, that girl should have been writing jam or something, man. There's no
I
need
know.
writing jam or whatever. But
Why
getting married
or getting
and the
into
thing
school.
is that if she got married at 17 to someone close to her age, that is
Yeah.
okay. They are
That is
figuring
okay
life out
because
together.
they will figure life out together.
Together. But you
Yes.
figuring out life together with a man that is nearly your father's age is insanity. It's
On
crazy.
the father's age.
That
Yes.
marriage shouldn't have happened at all. And if I want to advise her, I feel like she shouldn't go back now. They should just find a way to resolve. Because going back now, she's going to hear away from that man's hand. Because now you have brought his leg outside.
Yes.
You
And the
have
thing is, she can no longer pay us because what I think that was keeping the marriage going was that the little show of riches, the Bentley, the Birkin bags, the private jets, those brought her joy. That's what kept her going, no matter what she was going through. Now she doesn't have that anymore because if she comes out to that she's entering private jet, people will be like, I beg, is it
you
not the
that they are
one you
beating
go home and
inside.
collect beating? Uh-huh.
Exactly. She can't even
We show
flaunt again. She
she
can't
cannot flaunt
flaunt.
again.
And the
So
reason
at
why
the
she was
end of the
flaunting in
day,
the first place was a defense mechanism. Oh.
Exactly. So the best thing for her to do is find a way to sort it and just leave. And I don't think the
yeah,
man himself is ready to let her go because it's like I will show you Pepe. And he will deal with her
That man is a
mercilessly.
terrible man.
yeah.
He
He's
is a
It's
terrible.
better for her to leave. Going back now, I don't think. Yeah, I think she'll be more miserable. It's better. That's why sometimes it's good to do things with wisdom. I wish she didn't come out and do this cry out unless she had prepared on the
Hmm?
aftermath. In that case, it will make sense. But she wasn't prepared for aftermath, because if she was, she wouldn't be talking about going back.
She
And now,
won't. She
if
won't.
she
She
does
won't.
go back, the little thing that she was enjoying is gone. And I
It,
mean, it's just a sad situation. I do feel sorry for her. I can't imagine being in that situation. I wish she didn't even, all this didn't happen. That way she could be dialoguing, because there's a way she would do it. They would talk to Ned, especially since she claims she loves him. She's still saying she loves him, that the problem is the beatings or whatever. They could have made it in such
It's
a way
called
that
it's
Ned will
called
have to sign something, you can't touch her again.
it's called
And
Stockholm
anyway, I
syndrome.
don't know.
When somebody
The whole thing is a mess.
it's
It's
when
a
actually a
mess.
somebody's
big.
in
Tell
love
me,
with
what are you
their
saying?
kidnapper. I said it's called
Tell me.
Stockholm syndrome when somebody's in love with their abuser. It happens.
Exactly.
It's
It
a
happens.
psychological
It
situation.
But honestly,
Mm-hmm.
nobody has. You guys are doing love and marriage. There shouldn't be beating in between. Honestly, you guys shouldn't be hitting yourself. It's not as if it's wrestling or you guys are doing WrestleMania at home. It doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
to resolve to that point. And I feel like every man should walk away because look at this lady that died. What's her name? That lady that sings.
Osinachi.
Osinachi.
Osinachi. It's avoid, and I hate the fact that they say they want to stay because of their children. Because if you die, you are leaving those children behind.
I
It's the
don't even
same
know
heart
what
of the
Yeah.
Osinachi was
abuser.
staying in that marriage for, because she was doing well on her own. She
It,
was fine financially without the man. And
it,
Yeah.
again, which brings me
Let me
to
tell you
Osinachi
how.
is
something. Chisom, let me tell
bringing
you
in the
something
money.
about abusers and the reason why it's difficult for people to leave. If you look at people that abuse their spouses or people that are their loved ones, you think all of them sat in the same class and it was the lecturer that taught them because everything is the same thing. The same pattern of how they were abused is the same. They will first of all isolate you, remove you from your friends. They start working on you from when you are from a very early stage, so that when you get into it, you will be confused. You will not know how to reconcile the person they were with before with the person they are
Mm-hmm.
now. So in their minds, you cannot reconcile the fact that the person that used to buy them flowers is the person that used to beat them. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
If you talk, listen to all of them, their story is exactly the same.
at
Wow.
this point, I just feel she needs a lot of people around her too because she has made that mistake, and I feel like if she dives into drug or crack or whatever they say she's doing, it's from depression because the girl wasn't doing that when prior to entering the marriage.
Coping
It's a lot of
mechanism.
things. It's coping mechanism for her, and it's just sad that because she's the victim in all this because the 17-year-old is literally a child. If I think of things I used to do when I was 17, I'm like, are you okay now? I'm not even that old. And I'm like, ah. So imagine your brain is not even that developed to be
I
in
was
that
just
It's
saying the same
fully
thing.
developed. It developed fully at the age of 25. So
25. Yes.
going forward, she's considered a full adult now. So any
now.
So
decision
that's
she's
why she
making
woke up
going
now and
forward,
decided to do that. She's not doing
and
again.
and and you being a teen or you being still being in your teens, you have to explore, you have to do things, you have to make mistake. Now imagine leaving your mother's house or entering a man's house, not just any man that you guys are maybe doing friendship, rapporting, growing together, making the same mistake. This is an adult man, so you don't even have room to even discover yourself or know the things that you like or don't like. You have to now tailor to
Mm-hmm.
what he wants and what he likes. At
And
that
what he
point,
grooms you
you are going
to.
to run. You are going to run mad. It's like grooming a child.
Yeah.
It's like grooming a child.
yes,
So, and when you now start maturing or knowing some certain, you start rebelling.
Mm-hmm.
That is it. That is the stage
yes,
of it. You start rebelling, and that rebelling to that our grandpa now is disrespect.
Yeah.
yes,
Now
it
he
is.
wants to
Our
punish because
grandpa.
Somebody
because
just
now
joined the studio. Welcome. Hello, hello, welcome. Introduce yourself so we can hear from you. I think somebody just joined us, but I don't know the person,
Yeah.
who the person is. Hello,
Yeah, can you all hear me?
yeah, we can hear
we can
you.
hear you now.
Okay,
Oh, finally,
so
we have a male.
greetings everybody.
Greetings.
Greetings.
There's one thing nobody is saying at all. One thing. Allegedly, the reason Ned, I think someone is echoing. I don't know if you're not talking. Can you mute?
Yes.
Okay. So allegedly, it was said that Regina Daniels do not want to go back for one reason. That if she goes back, she will get injected, locked up, and raped. She said it herself. It's been circulating on the internet in the last 16 hours. And some of the Nollywood stars has been posting this. People like Georgina and the rest of them have been posting this on their story. So that means
Well,
he actually is the one drugging her in sincerity. In sincerity. So there's more to
the
this
mom,
story.
the mom said it. The mom said who introduced her to it. In one of the mom's rant, the mom said, "Well, she said she's doing drugs. Who introduced her to it?" And I was like, "Did you just admit that she's doing drugs allegedly?"
Well,
Because if you're saying who is introducing her to it, that means you do agree that she is doing drugs.
and
I actually believe that she do drugs, but I also feel like it's she didn't start doing drugs before she entered the marriage. So it's two things in between. If she started taking it because she wanted to cope with the environment, or he did introduce her to it.
secondly,
Either way, he is to
secondly,
blame.
the Anyocha women has been doing their rally. Thirdly, the supposed senator has been asked to go and release the siblings of Regina Daniels. He does not have a right to do so. This is abuse of power. Abuse of power. However, there's something he's trying to protect, his image.
So here's my take on that. There was a post that she wrote that if you want me to go back, I will go back, but it comes with a lot of abuse and all of that. And then she also wrote, release my brother, or else you will not like what I will do. Something in that nature. And
Yeah,
one thing I have to say is that there's an underlining statement there, which is
a
she's
threat.
threatening Ned.
Mhm.
She's threatening Ned, and that means there is something she knows that the whole of Nigeria needs to know. And I
And I
feel
also
like
feel
she's a
like
ticking time bomb.
the reason why she's holding it her in too is that she might say something that will implicate her too. Because when you want to say something that's of something that magnitude or something that big, there is no how she won't implicate herself, or because she have been married to him.
Mhm.
Is that you know something that he's doing that you have known about for a long time and you did not say anything, or something that both of you are doing. Either way, I feel the reason why they are holding it all in or not saying it out loud because it will implicate her too. Do you understand?
Mhm.
Yes, but that's why I said she's a ticking time bomb with that statement she made.
She's
Because
a ticking time bomb. But I think it's also in Ned's Uncle Ned's interest to stop all this. I think it's to his interest because the thing is, a lot of people have skeletons in their cupboard. The only people that we know about is the ones that bring themselves out. Okay, some families have a secret or two. So, to his interest, it would be best for him to also end all this. That's why I said if they didn't bring out his ego, I think he would have been able to settle this amicably because now ego is at play. He has to protect the ego. And that's why he's dragging this long. So I think Regina's mom, in that situation, I think I still put a lot of the blame, maybe 95% on Regina's mom, because she would have been able to guide those children
also
better
blame Ned trying to marry a
and not
child.
have this ego play, this power tussle, because they came out, oh, we're giving you 10,000. Who do you think you are? All that. Now he has to prove to them that hey, I'm somebody. But if there was no ego, he also have things to lose. He may be able to cover things up eventually, but his name would at least drag for some time. So I think they would have been to the best interest of both of them to settle amicably if this was handled well from onset. You see that video that came out and said, oh, the violence is too much. Let's say it was a mistake. After that video, everybody should have gone quiet. Because at that
First of all, I
point,
thought it was a prank initially.
yes, I thought so too. At that point, she didn't say Ned. She didn't mention who the violence is coming from. At that point, he was not implicated. At that point, even him, me, I also blame him for coming to say she's on drugs. He could have exercised a little bit of restraint.
He threw her
Honestly,
under the bus immediately. He wanted to save his own skin immediately. That's why he did that. And I feel the best way is I don't advise her to even go back there, because if there's said she's being raped and drugged, I feel that's very terrible. No one should go through
oh,
that.
did she
Going
say
back,
that though? Did she say that? I think
she
I'm
wrote
missing
it. Yeah,
something.
she wrote it herself that she's being drugged, locked up and raped.
What?
Yeah, she did. She did write that in her Instagram. She wrote it herself that she's drugged up.
Recently?
Yeah, I think that was 2 days ago.
Oh
that
wow.
she's being drugged, locked up, she's like a zombie and getting raped. If she goes back, that's what happens to her. So I feel like she shouldn't even dream of going back there again. That's not her place again. And I feel like the best thing for them to dialogue and let the man just leave the family. Like, let her go.
But
She's
what
not.
happens to her child? What happens to her child? Will he let
He,
her take her child?
he will never let her take those kids. She should just leave them. That's the best thing for her. Because going back there is the only way she can have access to those kids. Because if she wants to fight custody, she can't win custody against him. Do you understand? Because he has already
Yeah.
labeled her unstable.
Unstable,
And
yes.
I'm very sure he has evidence to back it up. It's not just an empty threat. He has evidence to back it
Mhm.
up. So when it comes to custody, he's a lawyer, he's influential. There is no way she's winning a custody battle over him. It's not possible.
Mhm.
So the best thing for her,
Mhm.
she wants to make peace with her, let the kids grow and find their mother later in life. Like the first wife children did. That's the only thing you can do for yourself right now. But if she wants to leave, she'll never get custody of those kids. That's the honest truth. So she has to live with
Wow.
that.
I think one thing that we all agree is that the way they handled the whole situation was wrong. And one thing I think we all agree is that she shouldn't go back.
Yeah,
So
she
so the,
shouldn't.
the thing that to be honest, that's what I'm saying. Who is gonna lose in this situation? Ned will
Of
lose.
course, it's okay.
Let me be honest to you. If all the things that I have seen and I have examined that are in my possessions, Ned will lose big time. He will never sit on any seat again in Nigeria. And he might go in for it. He might be jailed. I'll tell you something. If they jail Regina now and jail Ned right now, who you think have the chance to come out? Regina Daniel. He will just go from there. He will buy from there. He will not even survive it. That's the truth. Now, there's something
Can I
else
ask
I want
why
to
you're
say.
saying so?
If his reputation is crushed, he won't even survive it too. Do you know how many years he has built it? And you're saying a child versus a man that is almost about to join his ancestor. How many years does he have more? You know, when we throw things like this, we don't know what the outcome might be, right? He
Mhm.
first of all came to protect something. When Regina Daniels said, I will get my kids, she wasn't joking. She will actually get her kids. Whether the kids are in custody with her or in custody with a family member, she will get her kids. Remember today, this is Saturday. Remember today, she will get her kids. And it's no joke. If the community of Aniocha is backing her up, trust me, the Nollywood industry at large is backing her up. Trust me. She also have people that are that are backing her up too, in politics too. Men that matters and women that matters. Trust me, this is involving a child. This is involving a female actor that has the heart of so many. And you don't know the depth of what this has gone. Like there's a depth to it. As I speak to you right now, there are people meeting section after section. They've tried to end this in closed doors, and they're still giving him opportunity, which is Senator Ned Nwoko, to put all this down. And he doesn't want to back down yet. He
Mhm.
doesn't want to back down yet. But trust me, he will back down. And that's when he will take his bow. He will back down. Nobody is giving up. I will not also give up. Because when a child said, if I go back, I'm being injected and I'm being raped, because that's what he enjoys. This is somebody that is a molester, has been a molester because he is not brought back out of the book or by the book. Allegedly, this is a pedophile. Allegedly. And we just want to see these things and just turn away from it. That child is depressed. If a good hands don't hold on to that child, trust me, it might take her life. And these are the
Oh,
things
God
that we
forbid.
need to
God
see.
forbid. Yeah, God
We just
forbid. But
Yeah,
pray
God forbid,
I
though. It's
share
a
that fear with
reality.
you.
that
Mm.
she shouldn't just take her life, because it's getting to that point. It's something every mother should reckon with. Yes, She wanted the fame. She wanted everything. She went in for it. She went in thinking that it's going to give them a good life. And that's why we talk about marriage here every single episode. It's just saying marriage is togetherness. Marriage is a mother. Marriage is a father. Marriage is a collective effort. It's not just one person. Marriage is not abuse.
Mhm.
Marriage is not putting someone down. Marriage is not misogyny. The marriage is partnership. Marriage should give you life and not death. Marriage should not put you in a state of depression or no return. That's what marriage should mean. It shouldn't be let someone end it all. So I tell you, that child is going through a lot. Even if she walked into something, she never knew how she walked into it. She thought it was all going to be just as beautiful as it
Yeah.
sounds,
Yeah.
as beautiful as it looked. But she doesn't know it comes with a price.
Mhm.
My youth, if you don't work hard, money comes with a price. If you don't go and acquire knowledge, money comes with a price. It's hard work at the end of the day. If you don't want to put hard work and you want fast money, trust me, it's better to do the right thing. Better to do the right thing. We've seen that people that went into marriage because they want to be rich and famous, most of them don't come in with their heads. They either don't make it through or they make it through. And
Wow.
in my mind, I'm like, what's going on? Thank you so much, Dr. Precious, for this program. It's just that today is another day of being emotional, another day of tears, another day of saying we could lose somebody in this thing that started as a joke. We could lose somebody in this thing that started as a drama. We could lose somebody in this thing that started like, I'd rather be in a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. We could lose somebody in something that we thought was a fantasy. We could lose somebody. Thank you so much.
Honestly, I hope she Ned is being put away. I hope it works out because in a working government, he shouldn't be behind bars for just being a pedophile. And like I said, in all this, Regina is still the victim, and I wish her all the best in it because she was a child, and nobody should be able to go through that. The rape one that is the one that got me really pissed because nobody should be raped constantly in the so-called marriage. It's just a pity that Nigeria is such a country that people get away with whatever they do for her sake. And for other lady that he might end up still marrying, because I'm very sure he wouldn't stop marrying teenagers. He will continue
Oh yes.
for future of other people too. I hope he gets put away. But your feelings towards is very valid. It's very very valid.
My dear, I don't even know what to say again. Honestly, this rape part, I didn't see the I will go to her page and look. I didn't see where she wrote that she's constantly being raped. Oh my God. That changes everything. And if that
Then
is true, if that is true, then oh my God. I'm dumbfounded at this point. I can't even speak. Oh my God, that poor child. What did she get into? What did she get into?
it's heartbreaking, and that's why
And I remember,
the road her
I
mom is taking is not nice because of the fact that you are not taking. It's as if they're not taking it as serious because the girl is the one receiving everything. She's the one going through. Nobody is going through it with her. You guys are only hearing story because
Her
she's the
mom
one
needs to
inside.
mute herself for the next couple of months. Just keep
She
quiet
shouldn't
for
be
her mom.
saying anything. She
Honestly.
shouldn't be saying anything because she
honestly, that's God.
is
Oh
very
my
very
God.
sad.
It's
Ah,
sad. I don't know. I think what Lola said is right. She walked into something that is bigger than her. She just saw the glamour. She saw some. Even me, I was thinking at my big age, I can't even imagine dealing with Ned. on a romantic basis.
Level, talk of a child.
Not to talk of somebody her age, somebody that anyway, I wish her well. May God help her. I pray that she will embrace God. I will always bring my God into everything because that's the only person that never fails and the only person that is more powerful than all the powers. Okay? We talk about these people being powerful, we talk about this and that, even in working countries, in non working countries. At the end of the day, God is the one that is more powerful than everybody and everything and every institution. So I pray that God helps and I pray that she will embrace God. She will embrace God because ah,
I pray she
the
finds
situation is
peace.
big.
She
And
I
that's
finds
the
pray
peace.
every
place she
young
will find
person learns
peace.
from this, though. I pray every young woman or child learn from this and
Honestly,
not
if
just
they
look
don't
at
learn
it as
from this,
latest.
then they want whatever they see. That's the thing. If they don't learn from this, they want what because when this girl was flaunting all the world, I saw young girls saying, "Oh, I don't mind being eight wife." I saw young girls saying, "Oh, she's the only one that can advise them." And
Do you
they
know
were
I
saying,
also saw
"Oh, she's the
someone
one that."
I also saw
Mm,
someone recently that even in spite of everything she's going through, someone still came out and said if she's not going to go back, they're willing to take the place.
Can you
You see?
imagine?
Can
It's
you imagine?
it's always
So the
fun and game from the outside till you enter there.
It's not a system. This one is not fun and games. This one is abject poverty that is speaking.
Probably, but I don't think Regina wasn't poor either. That's why I
No,
blame her mom
I
because that
know.
girl had a bright future. That's why I blame the mom desperately because that
I'm
girl
talking
was
about the person saying that they don't mind taking Regina's place. That's abject poverty talking because a
it.
lot of people will still say that they don't mind that if he's beaten, they will take.
Yeah,
I've
people
seen
do say
a
that.
lot
People do
of
say
a
that.
lot of women sit down in domestic violence home or abusive home just because of money, that because they're not able to take care of themselves or they're not able to work or whatever their reasons are. Some people just rather stay and be enjoying the money but not working. So they don't mind being in an abusive home. And I would always, always, always preach against any form of domestic violence. I would always preach against any form of emotional abuse, any form of abuse at all. Once there's an abuse
any
in the
form of
picture,
abuse, emotional,
carry your
physical,
bag and
financial,
go. Financial
honestly.
abuse is even another topic I would like to talk. Me, I'm a finance person. Anything finance, that's where you see me, because lots of people, lots
Maybe
of
that will be
people.
our next topic. What exactly is financial abuse? Because some people don't understand what it is. Some people will be like abuse, financial. But anyway, it's time to conclude. We've been here for quite some time now. And ladies,
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough. But please, I want to personally invite all of you to come back. I don't want you to be a one-hit wonder. You are in this show and then you disappear. So Chisom, I'm inviting you, I'm inviting your friends, I'm inviting everybody on this live podcast, and I'm very, very grateful. Thank you for your time. It's not easy to take out 2 hours to just come here and share your opinion. And believe you me, people are learning from it. So it's not a waste. You're making impact in your own little way because these are Gen Z speaking, and I want to use that to talk to all the other. We have older people talk all the time, but I wanted young people so people can hear. There are young people with sense. Listen to how smart these ladies are. Listen to what they're saying. They're making sense. I'm learning from them. But you see, people think that all young girls are. So sometimes, if you want to do something, don't think, oh, because you're young, you can be excused. There are young people that have sense. Okay, so tend to lean towards those ones. Talk to people that you know are going to where you want to be. Don't always hang out with the ones who have a skewed mindset or who have been influenced or who have, and sometimes it's not like what somebody just said. It wasn't like Regina was poor. Sometimes it's just this wanting that competition, wanting the best of this, wanting to fund that is what is putting us in trouble. So let's learn to be content. Let's learn integrity. Let's learn that no matter what we get, no matter how little it is, if you worked hard for it and you can enjoy it, you can flaunt it, and it's okay. You must not compete with the Joneses. You must not have a Ferrari because you want to what is what I'm looking for? Because you want to pay people, and you want to. Must you cry? You can also smile in a Bentley. You must not cry. So it's not either you cry in a Bentley or you are
Mm-hmm.
in a keke smiling. It is
That's why
possible
I
to have
advocate
it
for people
all.
to make their own money. I advocate women
Yes.
to make their own money. Go and study. Be a doctor. Be an engineer. Be a finance person. Study. and make your own money and
Exactly.
buy your own Bentley, even if no matter how long it will take. But the moment you start using your own money to buy your own Bentley, nobody can take it away from you.
Exactly. You can actually buy your own Bentley. You can. Nobody will take it away from you. That's the word we're living with. Nobody can take away your own Bentley. Go and empower yourself. Be whatever you want to be. There's no reason why you should be looking for a come up from a man. You come up. And then you can co-join with the man. And if you happen to be lucky to marry a man that have money, they will respect you for that. They will respect you because you are not just somebody coming to eat their money. You're somebody coming with something, coming with assets. Even if you don't
Exactly.
work, you're coming with brain. You're coming with knowledge. So don't just look for a come up, because the problem is the person that is marrying you know why you're there, and they're not going to respect you.
Mm-hmm.
So let's all be guided. My young people out there, money is not everything. Money is not everything. If you don't get anything else from this life, get that money is not everything. Okay? Contentment is the new money. Be content with what you have. Because somebody that is not content, no matter how much they have, they're still not content. So the key to peace, to happiness, is contentment. If you have it and you happen to have money, that's okay. But no matter how much you have, if you don't have contentment, you're still going to be feeling like you're a loser. You're still going to be feeling like you have achieved nothing. So, and I will always advise, the best way to achieve this mindset that I'm always preaching is by embracing God. Okay? Because God is the giver of wisdom. And there's a lot of wisdom you can garner from his words. So, thank you all for listening. Let's be guided. Let's use this as a teaching tool and not as a gossip medium, something that everybody's gossiping about. Oh, what is Regina doing now? But let's pray for her if you can. Say a prayer for her because she needs it. And we hope that we'll see her come out of this on a better light. That's my hope. It's a very messy situation, but there's nothing God cannot do. So thank you all for watching once again, and please come back, guys, ladies, and please like. If you're still here, you haven't hit the like button right quick and share so we can spread the word around. I believe that what we're doing in this channel is something that will benefit a lot of people. So thank you all once again for being here, and until next time, may God bless you. Bye, everyone.